Hi, welcome back to Good Deeds, Real Estate with a Mission. I'm Diane Davidson from the Fine Homes Group at Keller Williams, and I'm here with my partner, Bill Weidacher.
I'm her husband.
And partner. And we survived.
So what would we like to talk about today?
A little bit spontaneous, I thought. Maybe just kind of what's going on in the market, how you pick a good agent, just a little, free form.
I'm going to pick B.
Which was B.
How do you pick a real estate agent? Because
Okay.
I like that. That's intriguing to me.
Okay.
Because we've both been at it a long time.
Long time.
And yet, we remember when we were not at it a long time, brand new. And yet we had people pick us.
True.
Over maybe people that were at it a long time. So
True.
I think it runs the spectrum. And what I mean by that is if I'm somebody that's looking for a real estate agent to help me buy or help me sell a house, I'm going to want somebody I like and
foremost.
and somebody I trust. And maybe they're like co-equals there. I mean, I don't want to say I like them, I can't trust them, but I like them, or I trust them, but I certainly don't like them. I think they got to go hand in glove. It's got to be kind of a good fit. And if you're a consumer, you kind of know that. So that should be first. And that's for somebody that's brand new as an agent. You go, well, can I trust them? That's a really good indicator, is if they know what they don't know and they tell you so, right?
They know how to find out answers to what they don't know. Right?
Yeah. Because I don't like, I think every one of us has been in situations where we've had a major purchase in front of us, whether it's, let's say, take a car or a television, and you ask a question of the salesperson, and the answer is, well, I'm 75 to 90% positive that more than likely you're going to be able to do that. That to me is a non-answer, and you can see right through it. The salesperson doesn't want to say no, or the salesperson doesn't want to let you know they don't know, so they're giving you a safe answer, which doesn't sound like a safe answer to the consumer. It sounds like that's a bull answer, right?
So in other words, I'm not sure, let me find out.
Is better.
Let's pretend it's a food allergy.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, you don't have it, you
Yeah,
don't have
it
your
should be
EpiPen with
fine.
you, and I think it's okay.
Yeah.
How about we check with the chef?
Yeah. No, it should be fine. I don't think
I don't think it has
that's
no,
a tree nut.
No,
I mean,
no.
it's a
Let
nut.
me look.
But yeah, I think we've got to. That makes me want. Is coconut? Is that a nut?
I don't know if that's a
It
nut.
says it's a nut. It's in the
A song
name.
or a jingle or something
Sometimes you feel.
like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
But so back to the that would be the first for me. Like and trust, market knowledge, and to me, I also, one of the things I look for now is when I'm listening to a real estate agent talk, one of the things that makes me want to hire them if I'm a consumer is, are they talking strategy?
Bingo. Absolutely. Thinking outside the box, right? I mean, really understanding what makes things work, how, and how to sort of put all those pieces together. There's no question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't. I had a discussion today with one of our teammates actually down in Boston, and he said, why don't more agents do that? I said, honestly, because more agents don't think outside the box. Same reason more agents fill in the blanks the way they always have, and the way we always have doesn't really work.
You know that great Albert Einstein quote, which is, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, it should be modified for real estate is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result.
Right.
Because if you do the same thing you always did in our business, with the way the business has changed, and you expect the same result as you used to get, you probably aren't going to get
The
it.
trust fund. Yeah, no, it's
That's
true.
the way
You have to
we've
say-
always done it.
Right, exactly.
Black and white photographs and only one of the house.
That's how we did
I
it.
sold houses like that in the 90s.
Yep, it starts with stone tablets when we got in the business, right?
That's you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're like the next
I was-
generation.
They gave me I had crayons. So. Anyway, I do believe that if you have a good strategist and you've got somebody that you like and you trust, those are three good corners that begin the process. Also, what you're going to say?
I'm just listening.
Oh, you know what? I think this is a business where it is a competitive business. So we compete all day long with people at other companies. And yet, it's so unique because it's also a collaborative business. What do I mean by that is the person I might compete with for a listing today is the person that might sell that listing on their client's behalf with their buyer tomorrow.
Mm.
And so you've got to be able to collaborate with that individual to help for the benefit of the seller and the buyer to put that transaction together. And there are agents that are very collaborative that work in different companies other than ours, that I know if they're involved on their client's end of the transaction, they're going to hold up their end of the bargain. And vice versa. And meaning I'm going to do the same thing and you're going to do the same thing. And agents come to count on that kind of situation where it can be a difference maker in multiple offers, where the agent says, I don't know all of these other brokers, but I know Diane, Davidson, and Bill Weidacher, and I know that they'll carry this transaction through to the best of their ability, and we won't have a lot of problems on our hands. That means something in this market.
It sure does. Yep.
You were going to say, because you had
I had no idea what it was. Was it real estate related, do you think? Oh, okay, strategy. You said you have to be a good strategist. So some examples of strategy. For instance, with the seller, what an example of strategy be? Oh, I'll answer that.
Okay, I got a good one. Go
Does it
ahead.
begin with a P?
No,
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
interesting.
What is it?
Pricing. Pricing. The price that you come to the market with is not necessarily the value of the home, but an offering that will encourage the kind of reaction you want to get the best combination of price and terms from a buyer or a series of buyers. What's yours?
Well, my mine is going to seem very small compared to that, and that is it's really this is timing's important, but getting on the market as a seller is not the most important thing if you're only half ready. And I used to think, well, we'll have time to take better photographs once we just got to get it on the market, or we'll have time to do this, or I'll have them paint. If it doesn't sell in the first couple of weeks, I'll have them paint the family room. All of those things really, in today's standards, you got to be ready. And it might not be a big list, but let us have from a marketing standpoint all of our marketing material done. Let's have you as the seller client have all of your checklists done, and then we go live.
So did Albert Einstein say you only have one chance to make a first impression? Was that somebody else?
That was my grandmother. Yeah.
Okay.
She looked like Albert Einstein.
So strategy with sellers, with listings is, there's a pricing strategy that is involved. There is a preparation strategy. So basically it's the presentation, because we've talked about that first impression being online, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole package, the pictures with the description, with the price need to align, or that one showing online is the only showing that the buyer's interested in.
Yep.
Right? And so with the buyer, what would you say is an example of a good strategy?
I think the best strategy for a buyer is to spend 45 minutes to 90 minutes talking strategy.
Absolutely.
Before you need to, it's like when the opportunity comes up, it's always too late to prepare, right? So, things happen fast when you're a buyer. You find the house and you want the house, and in this market, if it's priced properly, you're going to be competing with multiple offers, and you're going to be competing when? Now. So it's like you got to be ready. So the 45 minutes conversation, like here's a consult on exactly what we need to do, so that we talk through with the buyer client. All right, are you do you have a pre-approval, and what does that pre-approval look like, and who is it from? All of those things. There's lots of little things that, if left untended, become one big thing, which looks like a red flag to a lot of realtors. These buyers aren't ready. And we want our buyer clients to be ready, and that's the most important thing, I think.
Well, I'll take that a step further. We want them to be ready inside as well. We want them to feel ready. So they may have all of their ducks in a row with regard to a pre-approval and all their finances and so forth, But we like to get them ready by going through that mock offer. We've discussed this before. But understanding when it's not in the heat of the moment. Not when I love a house and I have to have it. Because we want them to make decisions that they're not going to regret and decisions that they understand. And so we, spending that 45 minutes to an hour to 90 minutes is so important. It's a huge investment. And so strategizing is important during that session. And the real strategizing comes when you're looking at an offer, purchase and sale agreement, and understanding why we suggest filling in the blanks the way we do. Because it's what often saves the day or gets the property for our buyer client.
So this isn't, we don't have the time today to dig real deep in with seller clients and buyer clients on all of the things that make you an acceptable choice as a real estate agent or me, or what makes an agent acceptable. But there's just a couple of ideas of things you should be thinking about. Mm-hmm. Do you like the client? Do you like the agent? Do you trust the agent?
Yes, yep.
Do they have strategy? Do they have systems, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are the, hey, if the agent sits down and you like them and trust them and they say, you know them well, so you like them. You trust them because they've been brutally honest with you your whole life, and you ask them, hey, what are you going to do to get my house sold? And they go, I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go along. No, I think it's got to be all of those things combined together.
Yep.
And so I would say, give us a chance to come to know us, like us, trust us. We've got the systems and the backup to be able to show you unequivocally why we're a good decision.
And I will say that we have the strategy. I mean,
I think this is going to sound a little much, but in many cases, Diane, we've written the strategy.
It's true. We try. It's
there's lots of people that have come to do things the way we do it. Why? Because success leaves clues. And so in our business, if you do a really good job marketing a property, other people start to rise their game up to match yours. They have to, and so I really feel like we are writing, and I'm never worried about it. I'm never worried about somebody doing the same thing that we do because it benefits the clients, their clients, or our clients. But I also know that if you're constantly innovating, you're constantly rewriting your own book.
Didn't your grandmother say, and maybe I think it was your grandmother, imitation's the sincerest form of flattery?
No,
it sounds like Einstein was imitating.
She used to just say, "Go get me another cigar." And where did I put that mustache comb?
So in other words, Bill, in the shameless plug portion of the program here, when you're working with somebody on the Fine Homes Group team, you're really getting the best of forward thinking outside the box, strategies, building foundational pieces, building the trust, and the connection with clients, really understanding their needs and understanding what to employ to help them reach their goals. Is that fair to say?
I would say that wraps it up.
Okay. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube or follow us on your favorite podcast platform. Thanks.